So this week is really weird. Last week, most of us were worried about starting back at school or especially being online. A lot of us were still worried about coronavirus and maybe even mourning that life hasn't gone back to normal. And this week, now we're dealing with crazy fires, and some of us have had to evacuate, or maybe we're worried about our friends or family who had to evacuate. And there's just a lot of uncertainty, and it feels really heavy. In fact, today I was bringing my backpack over to the church, and I felt the physical weight of it, where it like physically pushed on my shoulders, and it was heavy. And I actually was thinking today about how so many of us, we're feeling the weight of worry. We're feeling the weight of being scared or nervous. I don't know what's in your backpack, your imaginary backpack. Maybe you're still worried about school. Maybe you're worried about what this year is going to look like. Maybe you're just not even sure what you're worried about or what you're anxious about. Maybe you didn't even know that sick feeling in your stomach this week, or those feelings and why you were getting angry easily, or maybe why you were crying. Maybe for you, you didn't even know that was actually you feeling nervous or anxious or scared. I don't know. But whatever your thing is, today I wanted to remind us something. I wanted us to remember that God is still good and that we still have each other even in the midst of this. In fact, there's a verse I wanted to share with you that I think for me was just a reminder when I'm feeling that tension. And this is in Matthew. This is in chapter 11, verses 28 through 30. And I wanted to read it for you. So I want you to listen up, okay? Because this is what Jesus said. And I want you to hear these words and imagine that Jesus is saying to you, saying your name out loud to you, hearing this, okay? It says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened," wearing heavy backpacks, right, of worry, "and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and for you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." Now, no matter how you're feeling, maybe you're nervous about something that maybe I didn't even talk about it. Maybe you're feeling afraid. Maybe you're not feeling like that, and that's okay. But some point in your life, you might feel that weight, that big, heavy backpack weight, or you feel like your shoulders are tight, or you're just feeling kind of overwhelmed. And so today, I want to walk you through just a way to maybe pray through that, because I think the truth is that God loves us so much. He wants us to go to him and to lighten that burden, to help lift that backpack off of your shoulders, that weight, that feeling. Just like if you get home from school, right? Oh, and you take off your backpack and it feels so good. So this is what we're going to do. I want you guys to imagine in your hands you're holding the weight. You can clench your fist if you want. You can close your eyes and just imagine and think about all the heavy things that you're feeling right now. Doesn't matter how old you are, everyone can do this with me. Just imagine the heavy, weighted things that you're feeling right now. Imagine, feel how tense you are. Maybe you're clenching your hands, you're clenching your shoulder, or your neck and your shoulders are tight. Maybe you're clenching your teeth. Just hold it there. And I want you to hold those things. And slowly, I want you to take a deep breath. And I want you to let it out. And I want you to imagine that God is just standing with you, and he begins to hold your hands, and he begins to help you to open those things. And as you're doing this, open your hands, begin to take breaths in. And you can even say a simple prayer. God, I give you these things that are worrying me. I need rest in you. And as you're doing this, just imagine all those things that you're worrying about, the things that are making you tight. Imagine that they're just sort of floating up, and God is holding you and helping you to relax. And you're giving those worries to God. And my prayer for all of us, no matter how we're feeling in all of this, is that we stay focused on God and who he is, that he is still God. He loves you so much, and He has you, and He is bigger than coronavirus. He's bigger than all the issues you might have at work or school. He's bigger than all these fires that we're facing. He's bigger than all of this, and He is still God, and He loves you. So today, this week, practice just giving those worries to God. And when you're feeling that, just take those deep breaths. Imagine you're holding those things and release them to God, the God who loves you, who knows your name, and wants to give you rest.